Welcome to the Divine Platform. Welcome to part 2 of the Tower of Babel. This part 2 is an impromptu. I hoped to do the whole thing in one session, but something happened and I had to pause and stop. So, welcome and let's keep on going. All I do is for the edification of the Most High and for the restoration of His kingdom. Okay? And please watch part 1 for this to make sense. So now let's still on the Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel is the world's first skyscraper. So all these skyscrapers we see here are part of that Nimrod energy, that defiance energy jutting into the sky. Okay? So the truth is consistent no matter in what subject, history, geography, physics, we should be biology, everything. We should be able to look at the shapes, the signs, the symbols, and see that pattern being repeated over and over. For there's nothing new under the sun. So they just use what already exists to rebuild, okay? I hope on this channel I am teaching you or I'm showing you how to look at these patterns, okay? So what's skyscraper? This word is a compound word, skyscraper, but you have other words here like ape, aper, rape, raper, rap, crap, scrap, so many words. But let's look at a few of them. Scrap is to convert something into scrap. Scrap is to fight, and scrap is to quarrel or to fight again. So scrap, to convert into scrap and to abandon. So are they trying to scrap God's kingdom? Are they trying to convert it into scrap? Are they trying to fight God? That's what they're doing, right? To abandon or get rid of as no longer of enough worth or effectiveness to retain. Remember during this campaign, this woman spoke about her effort to break the hardest glass ceiling. That's the sky. They're trying to get to God. Okay? Remember the glass ceiling, and everybody was saying, yeah, the glass ceiling. So we start repeating these words and chanting. We don't know what we are doing. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. Okay? Or at least if you're going to repeat it and you're aware, you can turn that energy to be for good, for the glory of God. But you kept on saying, yes, we can, and break the hardest glass ceiling, yeah. Just, God must think we're so dumb. And we are, yeah? To abandon or get rid of. I want to show you this. Who's abandon? The Hebrew term abandon and its Greek equivalent appear in the Bible as both a place of destruction and an angel of the abyss. Okay? And we saw earlier that a third of these builders of this Tower of Babel were sent to hell. Okay? And again, a place of destruction. And we see what scrap means, the skyscraper. The Tower of Babel was the first skyscraper. We know what scrap means. Okay, so it's a place of destruction. Okay. Revelation 9:11 says, and they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. So when we read the Bible, like when you read this Revelation 9:11, even look at the number, September 11th, 9/11. You see what they're doing? What was the height of the original skyscraper? I mean, there's different measurements here, and maybe this could be a nice study for parents and their children. Okay? Now let's look at these patterns that keep on repeating themselves. So history of the world's tallest skyscrapers. This is hypodermic needles, jab, jab, jab. See the patterns there? And just pay attention, because at the end I'll mention this again. That's the One World Trade Center. This is the south elevation, the southwest elevation. And pay attention to this. This is going up and this is going down. But you see this? This is a hypodermic needle also. Still the same thing. Okay? Just another one. So this is superimposed, a hypodermic needle, and let me see if I can move this for you all. See? Same thing. Okay, so this Tower of Babel, the same thing, it's superimposed, is what I call a jerk move, like J-E-R-K, like you're a jerk, or a dick move, like D-I-C-K, like somebody giving you the finger. I know what's so interesting, I've seen Christian pastors who say the finger of God. I don't know what they're talking about, but this Nimrod was kind of giving God the finger. Okay? See, the obelisk, has it always been a sign of defiance? Is it like a notice, like giving us a notice that they'll return and build back stronger? Okay? We have to be careful with all these hand signs that we use, because we are building their kingdom for them. Literally, they have to do nothing. It's like we are so triggered, so it's so easy to trigger us. It's so easy to fool us, because every time you throw this sign up, you're endorsing their kingdom and you're creating it for them. Okay? All evil is of the devil. All insults, verbal, physical, any which way, is of the devil. We must lead very pure lives. Please pay attention to the signs and symbols, and don't use them unless you know what you're doing. Okay? Because for that you will be judged, especially after watching this. Okay? So now we clearly know what the jab is all about. That one that led to the lockdown or to the shutdown. Okay, so it's targeted to those children of God, the one that the Pharaoh would not let go, because they need us here to create the evil kingdom. Okay, so they're trying to scrape the children of God. They're trying to trash them. Okay, this is to mock God. This is the skyscraper at the micro level. Okay? Same thing. Matthew 12:31 says, "Wherefore I say unto you, all manner of sin and blasphemy shall be forgiven unto them, but the blasphemy against the Holy Ghost shall not be forgiven unto them." What this means is that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost. 1 Corinthians 6:19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which you have of God, and you are not of your own? So by jabbing you, they're trying to reach God, the God that lives in you. As a child of God, you are a God. And that's what they're trying to crap, to scrap, to rape, to ape. Okay? I am sure this makes sense. So this is still on the Tower of Babel. So I don't care whether it's in construction, in physics, in biology, in mathematics, still the same thing. So we just need to be careful and pay attention. Okay? Now on the next screen, I'm going to do a little bit of segue using language. Okay, I don't know why I have that there. So the word skyscraper, you can get Serapis from it. And who was Serapis? He's a Greco-Egyptian god of the Ptolemaic period. Terrorist, okay? Of Egypt, developed by the monarch Ptolemy Soter. We saw about Soter, one of my previous videos. Some form of the god existed prior to the Ptolemaic period and may have been the patron deity of the small fishing and trade port. Why do I have this here? With that World Trade Center, let me see if I can find it since I'm doing this in two parts. When he signs it, where is it? There's port, okay? Trade and port. I'm trying to show you how it's still the same thing, and look at this one world. But anyway, port and trade, okay? So let me go back to where I was. So here it is again, okay? Later, the city of Alexandria, okay? Serapis is referenced as the god Alexander the Great, invoked at his death in 323. Okay, we are in 2023, which is 223. But in certain number systems, you can, I don't know, switch those around and you get 332, okay? Serapis was a blend of the Egyptian gods Osiris and Apis with the Greek god Zeus to create a composite deity who would resonate with the multicultural society. Okay? Who's that? Fox, who's that? That's him. Because he's mixed, you know, he's black, he's white, he's Muslim, or at least his name is, or he's one of his stepfather, you know what I'm saying? So that's him, okay? Yeah, a good read for you too. That is Serapis. Like they're blending everything into one, you know, like they showed here. He was a blend of Osiris and Apis and Zeus. So what I'm saying, these people are a mixture of everything. Iron, this, that, and everything else, okay? This is another segue about Syriac language. Oh, I said I talk about this in part 1. I think I said I talk about the Syriac language. So Syria and Assyrian are two different entities, but Syriac is a whisper language. What is whispering? It's an unvoiced mode of phonation in which the vocal cords are abducted so that they do not vibrate, okay? These are the vocal cords, so abducted. So when they're separated, they don't vibrate, okay? When they're adducted, like this, they vibrate. So that's what, how Syrian is produced. I don't know, what does this look like to you? To me, it looks like the reptilian eye. I don't know much. I have to research that more, okay? Okay, I'll tie in. It will all come together. Just give me a few. In 2010, it was discovered that whispering is one of the many triggers of ASMR, a tingling sensation caused by listening to soft, relaxing sounds. This phenomenon made news headlines after videos on YouTube of people speaking up close to the camera in a soft whisper, giving the viewer tingles. People often listen to these videos to help them sleep and to relax. I know why I put it there, because I want to talk about this. Syriac language is a whispering language, and it's produced like that. This looks like curtains, open curtains to me also. And this whispering, the Syriac language, triggers ASMR. What is ASMR? Autonomous sensory meridian response is a tingling sensation that usually begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine. It's a pleasant form of paresthesia. It has been compared with auditory tactile synesthesia and may overlap with frisson. Okay? ASMR is subjective experience of low-grade euphoria. Okay, why am I showing you all this? What are the triggers, What is the trigger of ASMR? The euphoria. It's a stimuli, okay, which are most commonly auditory and visual, okay. They may be encountered through interpersonal interactions of daily life, okay, like watching TV, listening to music, okay. So what I'm trying to say here, hope I make sense. This is how the media is able to program you. The whispering is a sound or a frequency you cannot pick up, even if everything was turned off, like the radio, your music, or your TV, everything. Unless you have that kind of hearing, you cannot pick it up. So this is how the media is able to program you. There's that background noises programmed within their programs. So while you're watching or listening to their programs, they're sneaking in unawares. This is how they're creeping in unawares and programming you, especially during violent and sexual immoral music or shows, okay? I mean, have you ever wondered why people are addicted to the TV? People come from work and the first thing they do is turn on the TV. People do that a lot and they just sit there for hours and vegetate. It's because these triggers are stimulating this feeling. It's a good feeling, It's a soft whisper. It's a good feeling, so they just sit there hours on end, being programmed to listen to or to accept what they're being fed, which is normally violence, immorality, and just other satanic stuff. That's why I put this here actually, to show you how the programming occurs. Okay. So in non-humans, it's talking about that whisper, that Syriac language. I just read the last line. These behaviors function to increase fitness. Okay, these whisper-like behaviors function to increase fitness. And what is fitness? And it's non-humans, but it's the same thing in humans. Nothing new under the sun. Fitness is the representation of individual reproductive success. Okay, so it has to do with sex, sexual immorality again. So they are programming you. That is the programming, and that's how it occurs. Okay, that's the reason I took that segue to just show you that. Okay, now let's end with the guises of this Mr. over here. That's one of his guises. He has many, and I believe it's more than one person. There's a lady on YouTube who says that whenever he encounters this man in his dreams, it's like a reptile, a flying reptile. She's correct. Okay. There's that movie where he was portrayed as such. That's correct. And then we were also shown this. Okay. Let us just remember Revelation 18:12, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Okay, so it's fallen, but we're living in that illusion. We are like, you know how a wave, like when you drop a pebble in the water, and then the wave radiates all the way out, we are at the end. We still feel it, but it's a little bit. Okay. Revelation 17:5 says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. It's over. It's over, folks. Okay. They're a broken record that just cannot stop playing. Okay. Ecclesiastes 1:9, that thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there's no new thing under the sun. It's a broken record. Okay. It's a broken record. And we have to stop playing that record, because we are playing that record by our actions. When we chant those things, change, 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 or we repeat this nonsense, make America great again. What are we doing? We are chanting, we are playing that record. That's how we are playing that record. That's how we are creating their reality. We need to be sober, we need to be vigilant. We need to be aware of what we are doing all the time, okay? We need to be. So as I come to the end of this, I want to show you, this is the One World Trade Center, and they have this sign here. And like I've showed you, this is the breach that occurred on earth. This is the dick move. This is the joke move, This is the finger. Okay? Now, I will be doing a presentation on Nimrod, and it will be titled The Arrogance of Nimrod. And so I'll do a little meta thesis here, and one of the viewers is the one who reminded me to use this word actually. And as I do it, I'll use the Luya etymology. Okay, so Nimrod, the consonants NMRD, okay. In Luya, we have Omrondo, which is NMRD, okay. This means a cannon or a gun, okay. So like an arrow gun, it's a gun, like they shoot with a gun. That's what they love to shoot, okay. But look at this, we have Moderna, MDRN. Then we have the mRNA, this. Okay? So what I'm saying, there's nothing new under the sun. I don't care whether it's in language, history, geography, medicine, it's there. Okay? So here it might be in words, but this is a shape here of the, this is the World Trade Center, by the way. That's a picture. Like, this is a negative picture. I don't know how you say that. But then we had that, the jab was because of the, and this is a vira, and this is a weapon of the gods. What gods? Okay, but I want to show you this here. It's exactly the same thing. Okay? See? It's exactly the same thing. But this is a weapon of the gods. And I think, that the Pope, when he walks around with that stupid bell, dingling water and ringing the bell, this is it, okay? And then on one of those things he wears on his head, is it a heart or a mitre? I don't know. It has this on top. See, now you see their language. Just from this, when I talk about this, you know what I'm going to talk about already. And I hope how I'm presenting it, that anybody else, the chosen ones, can actually start presenting information this way too. Okay? Anyway, we gotta throw out this broken record. See, this is a record. This is we need to stop endorsing it. Okay? Thank you very much for watching. If this resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Questions, comments, suggestions are always welcome. Okay? All those who reach out to me, you're very, very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Remember, all is truth. There can only be truth. Anything else is a distraction. Don't be distracted. Please watch to the end for the education series. Thank you very much, and see you in the next. Thank you. Thank you. See you in the next. Don't be distracted. Thank you.